Hello folks, how to prepare from August? When Hashwin has told me that standing right here, we have 114 more days. To start with, that's a good amount of time, enough time to have a very good crack at this exam. Right? If you get 1 mark for 1 day of preparation, you're flirting with 100 percentile. Fine, so that's one way to think about it. Fine, so 114. There's this beautiful line in Dangal, and the father tells the daughter, खेलने के तो 2 मिनट है लेकिन देखा जाए तो 120 सेकंड है. You just reframe the question. You can say, look, there are only less than 4 months to go for it. We are already hard pressed for time. Or you can say this 114 days, people have moved mountains in that kind of time. It's a lot of, if you say, look, I'm going to, some of us are conditioned for marathons, some are conditioned for sprints. And some people can do the same task, build repetitive rhythms, maintain a beautiful schedule over 18 months of doing 1 hour, 1.5 hours per day. For me, that doesn't work. If you say, look, somehow scramble, put everything else on hold, do 4 hours per day for 100 days and then fly off into the sunset, I'll take that option. And so those of you who are capable of running wild sprints, then this might suit you better. Those of you who are not, but only now waking up, make sure you're conditioning yourself to be the person doing the wild sprint. Right? A bunch of things to note. If you're starting now, I'm going to break this into 2 parts. Some will be rebooting now. I've taken CAT before. I know this drill. I scored an 88th percentile or a 91st percentile. I know the broad kind of contours of what this is. For that group, your preparation is going to be completely around two facets. One is mocks, 2 is gap filling. And so every chance that first time when you go preparing and go prepared and have a crack at this exam, you leave some parts on the table. And some I have had students who have never prepared for geometry, even in their second attempt. Only the third they bridge the gap. So the gap filling part is the obvious thing. I don't like this genre of LRDI, do that. I simply don't like trigonometry, learn that. Right? But otherwise, mold it through mocks. Have your entire preparation anchored around mocks. Don't go around searching for a wild preparation completion plan. It doesn't work. You have to say you've done the whole thing, you know reading, you know what LRDI is about. You've taken probably 10, 12 mocks in the previous cycle when you had a go at this. You know what this exam is about. You know your strengths, you understand where you come from. So make sure that you have a plan completely built around mocks. So if you have 114 days, you should say, look, I'm going to take 25 to 30 mocks, analyze them to death, and use the mocks to define my preparation. Make sure that whatever gaps the mocks are pointing out in terms of speed building or funda building, I fill that gap. Don't get carried away with doing a lot of prep if you're in the second cycle. It is 80% plus of your preparation should be governed around mocks and analysis, nothing else. Mocks, analyze, fill gap. Mock, analyze, fill gap. If you've already done this, then you know the drill. So your preparation should be completely around it. How to plan for a mock schedule, how to analyze a mock, what are the takeaways from mock analysis, how many mocks you should take, all of that we've done detailed videos about. Should be able to find the description on this video. Have a crack at that. Right? The next second category. मुश्किल से अभी शुरू कर रहा हूँ मैं अभी after all this thing I'm going to start now. I'm only now waking up to the idea of CAT preparation. Right? So is there enough time? Probably yes. Why am I saying probably? Some people start from a starting point where they can barely read without a lot of effort. And so there's no reading habit, no reading connection. You've not had so reading a passage is extraordinary effort from time point of view. So some who just simply don't have the idea of equation solving. If you told them 2x plus 3y is 14, 3x minus 5y is 11, they don't have a starting step for solving that. If you don't have the building blocks for math and verbal, then 3.5 months is too short to prepare for this. But if you're a comfortable reader and you know how to solve the equations, but you don't know what is angle bisector theorem, you can hard boot and start and do this. For this group also, mocks will govern a ton of preparation. In the first month, you'll have a heavier quant bias, triple down on arithmetic, percentages, profit and loss ratio, pictures, variation, pipe systems, work time, simple interest, compound interest, averages and kind of mixtures and allegations. These are the topics, exponential and logarithm. These are the topics that you can take and put in the bag and say, hey, we've got this. We've got a thorough understanding of this world. After that, add either geometry or algebra depending on how much time you have and how much bandwidth you have. Start taking mocks because mocks will shape your LRDI and verbal preparation. And if you look at logical reasoning and data interpretation, if you take 15 mocks, and all previous year questions, you will end up spending about 150 hours for LRDI. You can't do more than that anyway. So don't do anything apart from mocks and previous year questions for LRDI. That is the mothership. You can't not do that. So start with that. For reading comprehension and verbal ability, make sure you're doing enough via mocks and you read for 1 hour every day. You're covered for these two sections. Gap fill for quant, but enormously, almost totally build your entire preparation plan focused on your ability to take mocks and analyze them. You have to pick and choose your battles. You've got to say, look, I'm not chasing binomial theorem, clocks and calendar, trigonometric equations, deep, complicated questions from functions and coordinate geometry. All this I'm leaving. I'm not a math student. I'm not interested in this. I'll leave all of those. Leaving all of those, you can get 99th percentile in quant. Pick and choose your battles in quant. Do a ton of mocks. Keep fine-tuning this. Arithmetic in the bag and you're good to go. After that, you add either geometry or algebra. Come towards that. Arrive at that after finishing arithmetic and putting it in the bag. But even if you're starting today, please don't make mistake number 1, which is I'll finish syllabus, get everything, do a lot of practice, consolidate, build my speed for the first 2 months, then take mock. Absolutely no chance. On August 1, if you start now and you say 2 months I'll prepare, then I'll take mocks, then your mock taking will likely start by first week of October. You'll take 3 mocks, 1 per week. On October 24, 25, you'll feel like this is no chance of this happening. I'll prepare for next year. If you take 6, 7 mocks, suddenly 1 mock falls in place. Then you know, इतना ही है, उतना भी मुश्किल नहीं है, अब तो मैं try करूँगा. So that feeling of, oh, this is not out of the way, I can have a crack at this. That comes suddenly in one of the first 6, 7 mocks. Somewhere one thing will fall in place and you'll feel like, okay, this is what it was. I've been trying something new all along. And you have to give your system enough time to accommodate that and then launch. It's simply, you're not giving yourself much chance at all if your first serious mock starts on October 5th or 10th. This is the rookie mistake. Lots of first time CAT preparers do this. Lots of guys who start late do this. Don't do that. And so the most important part of preparation, the last 3 months, is mocks and analysis. Whether you're prepared for a whole year running up to this, whether you're prepared last year and you're starting afresh now, or you're starting from scratch now, it doesn't matter. Mock and analysis is the mothership. Keep that in mind. Best wishes for Ken.